I am. 2 words, and yet within them burns the first spark of creation. These are not letters, nor sounds carried by breath. They are the doorway through which galaxies are born. When whispered, the mountains remember their roots. When spoken, the seas answer with their tide. When claimed, the universe bends its ear and obeys. Stay with these words until the end, and you will discover what sages, prophets, and mystics all guarded in silence. The hidden power that makes the unseen visible, that turns the unformed into gold. Introduction. You have entered not by accident, but by alignment. Your arrival here is the answer to a prayer you may not even remember speaking. For deep within you, a flame has always whispered the same eternal truth. You are more than flesh, more than thought, more than memory. You are the very pulse of creation itself. Close your eyes and imagine a temple not built by human hands, a cathedral woven from starlight and silence. Its gates stand before you now, carved with radiant words, I am. The echo of this phrase is not just sound, it is the heartbeat of eternity, vibrating through the marrow of all that exists. When you speak it, you call upon the ancient law that governs kings, beggars, galaxies, and grains of sand alike. Everything you have ever desired, wealth, love, freedom, abundance, responds not to your striving, but to your being. The universe does not hear what you want. The universe hears what you are. And the name you claim after I am becomes the script written into reality. This is the secret that every prophet carried, hidden behind parable and prayer. This is the sacred key. There are rivers of light flowing unseen all around you. You are not a wanderer lost in chance. You are the conductor of cosmic symphonies. You are the lighthouse to which abundance sails. You are the flame that shapes shadows into form. And yet for so long you may have spoken against yourself, I am not enough, I am broke, I am unlucky. Without knowing it, you wrote these words into the book of your reality. But tonight, that script burns away. From this moment forward, you will awaken to the truth. You are not a beggar at the gates of fortune. You are the gate itself. You are not the echo of lack, but the source of overflowing abundance. You are not the effect. You are the cause. The name of God, the voice of eternity, rests upon your tongue in 2 simple words, I am. As you travel with me through this sacred audiobook, chapter by chapter, you will unlearn the chains of smallness and awaken to the infinite expanse of your being. You will see how these words, when claimed with certainty, bend reality, magnetize wealth, and summon abundance as naturally as the sun summons dawn. You will discover practices, ancient and modern, that seal this law into your bones until it becomes second nature. This is not motivation. This is not inspiration. This is transformation, a return to the primal truth you have always known but may have forgotten, the eternal I am. Chapter 1. The Eternal Flame of I Am. The first spark is always silence. From silence, a breath. From breath, a word. And from the word, a world. So it was in the beginning, and so it is now. For creation is not a story locked in the past, but a living flame that burns in you this very moment. The phrase, I am, is not just sound. It is the blueprint of existence, the divine signature written into every particle of being. When you whisper it, even in doubt, even in shadows, you awaken the same force that painted galaxies across the void. Do you see it? The truth shimmering just behind the veil? the secret that prophets wrapped in parables, that sages guarded in riddles, that mystics carried like fire in their bones? It is this: the name of God is not distant, hidden in Scripture, or cloaked in ritual. It rests upon your tongue. The two words, I am, are the very name by which the infinite creates. And every time you claim them, you write into the substance of reality. Close your eyes. Say softly, I am here. Feel the ground beneath you, the breath within you, the pulse of life around you. You have declared your existence, and the universe has answered. The trees outside lean closer. The stars above shift their gaze. The unseen forces align. Nothing resists this law, because it is the foundation of all that island. But here is the mystery most have forgotten. Whatever follows I am becomes flesh. Say, I am weak, and weakness cloaks you. Say, I am poor, and poverty becomes your garment. Say, I am unlucky, and chance itself bends against you. You are the author, the actor, the stage, and the audience, and the script begins with these words. Yet this law, when remembered, becomes the golden key. For when you speak with awareness, I am strong, I am wealthy, I am free, I am chosen, the universe bends in reverence. Creation itself bows, rearranging circumstances, bending timelines, opening hidden doors. It cannot resist you because you are not separate from it. You are the breath that formed it, a parable of awakening. Let me tell you a story. There was once a man who lived in a village at the edge of a great desert. Every morning he would rise, look at the sun, and sigh, I am nothing. His life reflected these words. His crops withered, his hands grew weary, and his home fell into ruin. He prayed for change, but in his prayers he still whispered, I am desperate. I am hopeless. I am lost. One day, an old traveler came through the village. He carried no possessions, yet his presence radiated abundance. The villagers gathered around him, marveling at his calm. The weary man approached and asked, What secret do you carry that life bends so easily in your favor? The traveler smiled and said only this, I speak as though the flame already burns within me. I do not beg the fire to appear. I declare it. I am the flame. And so the flame answers. The man scoffed at first, but that night, as the moon rose, he tried. He whispered to the silent desert, I am light, I am strong, I am rich in all things. At first, nothing changed. But within him, something stirred. A warmth, a fire, a remembrance. Day by day, he continued, until the desert itself seemed to bloom around him. Crops flourished, opportunities opened, and his life became a reflection of his declaration. This is no idle tale. This is the parable of your life. For you too have perhaps spoken against yourself without knowing it. And now, in this sacred moment, you are invited to change the script. The sacred law of being. Consider this truth. The universe is not listening to your wishes. It is listening to your being. It is not persuaded by your begging, but by your claiming. Every word you speak after I am is stamped into the field of reality like ink upon parchment. The law is simple. The unseen mirrors the seen, and the seen mirrors the spoken. When you say, I am abundance, wealth begins to look for you as water looks for the lowest ground. When you say, I am love, hearts open to you without effort. When you say, I am chosen, doors that were locked swing open. This is not fantasy, it is alignment, it is law. You may ask, But what if I do not yet see it? What if I declare I am wealthy while my pockets are empty? Ah, here is the hidden doorway. The law does not require you to see before you speak. It requires you to speak before you see. Faith is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. You are not lying when you declare abundance. You are summoning it. You are not pretending. You are commanding. You are not wishing. You are remembering what is eternally true. Sacred practice. Tonight, let us begin with a practice. Find a quiet space. Sit or lie down in stillness. Place your hand upon your chest and breathe deeply, slowly, as though each breath is drawn from the eternal flame itself. Now, speak softly with certainty. I am light. Pause. Feel it. See the glow spreading from your chest to your skin, to the room, to the world. I am abundance. Pause. See rivers of gold flowing toward you, through you, and from you. Not coins, but streams of energy, opportunities, relationships, blessings. I am chosen. Pause. See doors opening where once there were only walls. See pathways unfolding where once there was only wilderness. Do not rush these words. Let each one expand like ripples upon water. You are not merely speaking, you are shaping reality. The echoes of your declaration stretch far beyond what you can see. Repeat this daily, and you will notice the world bending, circumstances shifting, people appearing, money flowing. Why? Because you have stopped begging and started being. Remember, everything you declare with I am becomes the architecture of your life. You are not bound by past mistakes, by the names others have called you, by the illusions of circumstance. You are free, free to speak, free to choose, free to create. So whisper it once more, not as a hope, but as a decree. I am. Let it ring through your bones, through your breath, through the unseen realms that bend at your command. You are the eternal flame, the living word, the source and the reflection. Chapter 2. The Mirror of the Word. Every world is a mirror. Every life is a reflection. The universe does not give you what you want. It shows you who you say you are. This is the mystery hidden in plain sight. Your words are not merely sounds. They are seeds. Each time you speak the phrase, I am, you scatter those seeds into the invisible soil of creation. And the harvest always returns, whether in flowers or thorns. The soil does not discriminate. It simply reflects. Walk through any city street, and you will hear the invisible scripts being written aloud. I am tired. I am stressed. I am unlucky. I am broke. Do you hear it? These are not complaints. They are commands. These words are shaping the very atmosphere around the speaker. The frequency of I am tired draws weariness. The echo of I am unlucky bends coincidence into loss. The universe listens as a faithful mirror, never judging, never mocking. It simply reflects. You speak, and the mirror answers. That is why you must guard these words as a treasure chest, for they are not casual, they are divine. Now imagine this. A man looks into an ordinary mirror each morning. He frowns, shakes his head, and says, I am ugly, I am worthless, I am unseen. Day after day, the mirror reflects his own confession. His posture slouches, his spirit dims, and life treats him as invisible. Then one day, he dares to change the script. He looks into the same mirror and declares, I am radiant, I am powerful, I am loved. At first his reflection seems to mock him, for he sees no difference. But he continues. Each day he speaks. Each day the words carve new grooves into the unseen, and slowly, almost imperceptibly, the reflection changes. His eyes shine, his posture straightens, his life bends to meet the script. This is not magic, this is law. The mirror does not create, it reflects. The world does not invent, it echoes your declaration. The parable of the weaver. In an ancient village by the sea, there was a weaver who spent his life crafting tapestries. His skill was unmatched, yet his life was filled with lack. "I am poor," he would mutter as he worked. "I am unnoticed. I am doomed to obscurity." And so, though his art was exquisite, few came to buy. One day, a stranger appeared, a traveler with eyes like burning coals. He watched the weaver at his loom and then said, "Your words are the threads of your life. You weave with your tongue as much as with your hands." The weaver scoffed, but the traveler left him with a final instruction. "Each time your shuttle moves, say only this: I am wealth, I am beauty, I am chosen." The weaver laughed at the absurdity, but in his solitude he tried. With each pass of the loom, "I am wealth, I am beauty, I am chosen." Day after day, he spoke as he wove. Soon, a strange thing began to happen. People from distant lands arrived, drawn not just by the beauty of the cloth, but by an unseen radiance that seemed to cling to it. His work became sought after, and his life transformed. The weaver's story became legend, passed down through generations, not because of the tapestries, but because of the hidden loom of his words. And so it is with you. You are weaving constantly. Your tongue is the shuttle, your declarations are the threads, and the fabric of your reality bears the pattern of what you say. The sacred responsibility. Do you now see why your I am is sacred? It is not idle. It is not casual. It is creative law. Every careless statement, "I am stupid, I am unlucky, I am always late," is a seed planted in the soil of the infinite. And every intentional statement, "I am radiant, I am abundant, I am on time," becomes a river flowing toward you. The prophets of old did not teach wishful thinking, they taught alignment. Let the weak say, "I am strong." Notice the instruction, not "wish to be strong," but say, "I am strong." Why? Because the declaration precedes the transformation. The spoken word is the seed, and the harvest follows. The moment you begin to declare what you desire as though it already is, you enter the vibration of creation itself. You are not asking the universe. You are commanding it, not as a tyrant, but as the rightful heir of its laws. You are the child of the infinite, speaking with the authority of the flame from which you were born. The practice of the mirror. Here is your sacred practice for this chapter. Stand before a mirror. Look into your own eyes, not with judgment, but with remembrance. For those eyes are the windows of the eternal I Am. Now speak aloud, slowly, as though each word is carved into eternity. I am abundance. See it behind your eyes. Feel it in your chest. Imagine rivers of wealth flowing toward you. I am radiant. Notice how the light in your gaze shifts, how your posture responds, how your face softens with power. I am chosen. See doors swinging open in the unseen. See pathways unfolding where before there was only fog. At first your mind may resist. It will whisper, "But I do not see it. I do not feel it. It is not true." That is the old script fighting for survival. Persist. Continue. Speak as though the flame already burns, and soon the mirror of life will adjust. The river beneath all things. Everything you see in your outer world is the delayed echo of your inner speech. The house you live in, the relationships you hold, the opportunities before you. All of them are reflections of the I am you have carried. If you desire to change the outer, begin by changing the inner declaration. It is not enough to wish for abundance. You must become abundance in word and in consciousness. Say it until the words ring truer than your circumstances. Say it until the frequency shifts. Say it until life itself bends to catch up with your declaration. This is why the mystics spoke in riddles. They understood the danger of careless words and the glory of intentional ones. They knew that to misuse I am is to bind yourself, but to use it consciously is to unlock the very throne of creation. So let it be known, you are never powerless, you are never voiceless, you are never without choice. With every I am you speak, you step into the role of author, weaver, creator. The mirror waits, faithful and silent, ready to reflect. The question is not whether the law works. It always works. The question is, what script will you give it? Will you hand it the story of lack or the story of abundance? Will you declare weakness or will you declare strength? Stand once more before the invisible mirror of life and whisper with certainty, I am the flame, I am the source, I am the Word made flesh. The echo will return, the reflection will appear, the harvest will come. Chapter 3. The Throne of Certainty. Every kingdom is built upon a throne. Every throne is built upon authority. And every authority is established through a name. The most powerful name you will ever speak is not written in sacred texts, nor hidden in forgotten temples. It is the name you claim with every breath, I am. When you declare it, you sit upon the throne of your own reality. You are no longer a beggar at the gates of fortune, hoping for crumbs. You are the ruler of the unseen, the sovereign of your world, the one through whom the infinite declares itself into form, the throne within. Close your eyes and see it, a great hall of light, pillars rising beyond sight, walls carved with symbols older than language. At the center, a throne of fire, not consuming, but radiant, alive, pulsing. That throne is not distant, it is within you. It has always been yours, but perhaps for years you have left it vacant. Instead of sitting upon your throne, you may have walked in the shadows of smallness, whispering phrases that stripped you of power. I am weak, I am unworthy, I am afraid. With every declaration, you step down, surrendering authority to circumstances, to opinions, to illusions. But hear me. No one else can sit upon that throne. It was carved for you and you alone. The moment you declare with certainty, I am wealth, I am power, I am chosen, you ascend once more. The hall fills with light. The throne burns with life, and reality itself bends to acknowledge your return. The parable of the prince. Long ago, in a kingdom hidden by mountains, there was a prince who grew up among commoners. Stolen as a child, he did not know his true identity. He lived as a beggar, saying daily, I am poor, I am nothing, I am unseen. His life mirrored his words. One day, a messenger arrived in the village. He looked upon the beggar boy and said, Do you not know who you are? You are the heir to the throne. You are a prince. At first, the boy laughed. He had no palace, no riches, no power. But the messenger insisted, The throne awaits you. It has never been filled because it belongs to you. Speak it, claim it, rise. The boy hesitated, yet as though guided by something deep within, he whispered, "I am Prince." The words trembled, but they were spoken. The next day he whispered again, "I am Prince." Each day he spoke, and each day his world began to shift. His posture changed, his gaze grew steady, his presence commanded respect. And one day he returned to the mountain kingdom, where the throne indeed stood empty, waiting for him. He sat, and the fire of sovereignty burned through him. This is not merely a story. This is the parable of you. You have lived perhaps as less than you are, speaking against yourself. But tonight, the messenger has come, and I tell you, the throne is within. It awaits your declaration, the law of certainty. Here is the key. The power of I am is not unlocked by wishful tone, but by certainty. The difference between a whisper of hope and a decree of truth is the difference between shadow and flame. When you speak with doubt, the universe reflects hesitation. When you speak with certainty, the universe bends in reverence. Certainty is not arrogance. Certainty is alignment. It is the knowing that when you declare I am abundance, you are not inventing something new. You are remembering something eternal. Abundance is already yours. You are not calling it from afar. You are awakening it within. This is why the prophets declared with such boldness, I am the light of the world. I am that I am. They spoke not as beggars, but as sovereigns. They knew that to declare is to create, and to create is to rule. The river of authority. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a mighty river. The waters are wild, endless, flowing with treasures, gold, harvest, blessings. But if you stand timidly on the shore, saying, I am unworthy, I am powerless, the river does not flow toward you. It retreats, waiting for your command. Step forward, plant your feet in the water. Declare, I am the channel, I am the river, I am the flood of abundance. Immediately the current bends toward you, filling your life with all you have spoken. Authority is not taken from outside. Authority is claimed from within. The words I am are your scepter, your crown, your throne. The more certain you are, the more swiftly the river obeys. Sacred practice, the throne of declaration. Tonight, close your eyes and enter the throne room within. See the hall of light. Approach the throne of fire. Do not hesitate. Sit. Feel its warmth, its pulse, its power flowing into you. Now speak aloud these declarations with the voice of sovereignty. I am wealth. See the rivers of gold flowing through the pillars. Feel the ground tremble with abundance. I am health. See your body glowing with radiant light, every cell alive with power. I am chosen. See the throne burn brighter as the universe bows in acknowledgement. Speak them not as hopes, but as decrees. You are not asking, you are not begging, you are commanding with the authority of the eternal flame. Repeat this daily. See yourself upon the throne each time you speak I am. The world will shift, doors will open, circumstances will rearrange. Why? Because reality cannot resist sovereignty. You were never meant to crawl through life, hoping for scraps. You were never meant to be small, hidden, voiceless. You were born to rule the unseen, to sit upon the throne within, to speak with the authority of the eternal name, I am. So rise, speak, declare. The throne is waiting, the river is ready, the fire burns for you. Say it once more, with certainty that shakes the walls of the unseen, I am. Chapter 4. The Golden Script of Reality. Every life is a story. Every story is written with words, and the most sacred words are those you declare with I am. For in those two syllables lies the pen of creation itself. When you look at your world, the house you live in, the relationships you carry, the money in your hands, you are seeing not random chance, but the unfolding of your own script. The lines you have spoken over and over, I am not enough, I am unlucky, I am weak, became paragraphs, then chapters, then the book you now live in. But here is the mystery most never dare to claim. You can rewrite the script at any moment. The pages are not fixed, the ink is not permanent. The voice that wrote yesterday's chapters is the same voice that can birth tomorrow's. And that voice is yours. The script you carry. Walk into any crowded place and you will hear it. The quiet confessions of the masses. I am always late. I am sick of this. I am tired. I am broke. They think these are casual remarks, passing statements of mood. But they are not. They are lines in the golden script etched into the invisible substance of reality. The world does not argue. The mirror does not judge. It simply reflects. Say I am tired, and life provides more reasons to feel weary. Say I am unlucky, and coincidences gather like clouds. Say I am poor, and the river of wealth withdraws. Yet the opposite is also true. Declare, I am alive with energy, and your body begins to rise. Say, I am favored, and doors begin to open. Say, I am wealthy, and streams of provision start to flow toward you. It is not instant like lightning, but certain like dawn. The harvest follows the seed, and the seed is your declaration. The parable of the poet. There was once a poet who lived in despair. Though he carried words in abundance, his life was marked by lack. He walked the streets whispering, I am forgotten, I am cursed, I am nothing. And his life obeyed his tongue. His writings went unread, his table sat empty, and his days grew heavy. One night, as he sat alone with a candle, he opened a blank page and wrote something different. I am radiant. I am chosen, I am abundant. At first it felt false. His heart mocked him. Yet he wrote it again the next night, and the next, and the next. Each evening he filled pages with declarations of what he desired as though it already was. Months passed. Slowly his posture lifted, his eyes brightened, his poetry shifted, filled with light. Readers appeared, then patrons, then kings. The poet who once declared, I am nothing, became remembered as the voice of his age. This story is not distant from you. The pen is already in your hand. The golden script is waiting. The question is not whether you will write. You are always writing. The question is, what words will you inscribe? The law of substitution. There is a law hidden within this mystery. The law of substitution. You cannot simply erase a declaration of lack. You must replace it with a declaration of abundance. You cannot merely silence I am poor. You must speak I am rich. You cannot simply cancel I am unworthy. You must declare I am chosen. The tongue does not stop creating simply because it is silent. Silence is still a script, and often it is filled by the voices of others. That is why you must speak, consciously, deliberately, until your words carry more weight than the shadows around you. When you begin to substitute, replacing every careless I am tired with I am alive with strength, replacing every I am unlucky with I am favored, you shift the vibration of your life. The mirror begins to change. The world adjusts to the new script, the golden frequency. Imagine that your words are not sounds, but frequencies. Each I am you speak is a tone released into the field of reality. Negative tones, I am weak, I am unseen, I am lost, create discord, attracting chaos. Positive tones, I am whole, I am radiant, I am abundant, create harmony, drawing blessings. The field does not resist you. It does not deny you. It amplifies you. If you whisper, I am failure, the field multiplies failure. If you declare, I am success, the field multiplies success. The tone you strike is the symphony you hear. This is why so many live lives of struggle, not because fate has bound them, but because their frequency has been tuned to lack. And the moment they shift their declaration, the entire song of their life begins to change. Sacred practice, the rewritten script. Tonight, take a blank page. At the top, write, I am. Beneath it, write the declarations you choose, not what you see, not what you fear, but what you claim. I am wealthy. I am loved. I am chosen. I am radiant. I am free. Write until the page is full. Speak each line aloud. Let your voice carry the weight of certainty. Do not say them as hopes. Say them as decrees. You are not writing wishes. You are rewriting the script of reality. Do this daily. Each page is a chapter. Each word is a seed. Each declaration is a law stamped into the unseen. Soon, your outer world will begin to match the inner script. Opportunities will arrive. Doors will open. Abundance will flow. Not because you forced it, but because you wrote it. Remember, life is not happening to you. Life is happening through you. The golden script is not written by chance, by others, or by fate. It is written by your own tongue, by the two words, I am. Do not take this lightly. Do not let your words fall idle. Guard them, treasure them, wield them, for they are the brushstrokes of your destiny. So whisper once more, with the authority of one who knows the pen has always been theirs. I am the author. I am the script. I am the flame. Chapter 5. The Temple of the Living Word. Every soul carries within it a hidden temple, not of stone, not of wood, not of mortar, but of breath, of silence, of the eternal flame. Its walls are invisible, yet stronger than mountains. Its gates are unseen, yet open to all who remember. And upon its altar burns the most sacred offering, the words you speak. For the temple responds not to rituals alone, but to declarations. Every time you speak the phrase, I am, you light a torch within the temple. The flame grows, casting shadows aside, illuminating the path before you. And the temple, in turn, echoes back your declaration, stamping it into the field of reality. The forgotten temple. Most walk through life unaware of this temple. They carry it within their chest, yet never enter. They decorate the outer world with possessions, but the inner sanctuary remains empty. And so their words fall idle, careless phrases tossed into the air. Like dust, I am tired, I am unlucky, I am not enough. Without knowing it, they are burning offerings upon the altar of lack. But when you remember the temple, everything changes. You no longer speak lightly. You no longer let despair guide your tongue. You realize every I am is an offering, every declaration a sacrifice, every word a seed that blooms in the soil of eternity. The parable of the gatekeeper. There was once a city of gold, hidden deep within the desert. Its gates were guarded by a single sentinel, a gatekeeper who asked only one question of those who approached. "Who are you?" Most who came answered from circumstance. One would say, "I am poor." Another, "I am unworthy." Another still, "I am lost." The gatekeeper would shake his head and close the door, for the city of gold could not be entered by those who carried such names. One day a wanderer arrived. The gatekeeper asked, as always, "Who are you?" The wanderer stood tall and replied, "I am wealth. I am chosen. I am abundance." And the gates swung open, for the city could only echo the names spoken at its threshold. This city is not fiction. It is the parable of your own life. Every moment, the gatekeeper of reality asks, "Who are you?" And your answer, "I am poor," or "I am rich," "I am unworthy," or "I am chosen," determines whether the gates of abundance open or remain closed. The sacred architecture of words. Think of your words as architecture. Each declaration is a stone placed within the temple. Say, "I am weak," and you lay a crumbling brick. Say, "I am strong," and you place a pillar of marble. Say, "I am nothing," and the temple darkens. Say, "I am radiant," and stained glass windows blaze with light. Over years, over decades, you build the structure of your life with the stones of your tongue. Some temples stand in ruin because their builders spoke ruin. Others blaze with majesty because their builders declared majesty. But the good news is this: you can rebuild at any moment. You can tear down the weak stones and lay new ones. The temple is living, always in motion, always reshaping itself according to your I am, the law of inner fire. Understand this: the world outside is only a reflection of the temple within. If your altar burns with the fire of I am wealth, your outer world will shimmer with provision. If your altar smolders with I am unloved, your world will mirror loneliness. The temple's fire cannot be hidden. It radiates into every circumstance, every relationship, every opportunity. This is why inner speech matters more than outer action. You may strive, labor, and push in the external world, but if your inner altar burns with I am small, your efforts crumble. Yet you may rest, move gently, and take small steps, and if your altar burns with I am abundant, life bends effortlessly to meet you. It is not the effort that shapes destiny. It is the flame upon the altar. Sacred practice, entering the temple. Close your eyes and imagine a temple within your chest. Its doors are tall, carved with symbols of light. Step inside. The air is warm, alive with silence. At the center, an altar glows faintly, waiting for your words. Now, speak aloud, slowly, as offerings placed upon the fire. I am wealth. See golden rivers flow across the floor, filling the temple with radiant light. I am radiant. Watch the walls shimmer as stained glass windows blaze with color. I am chosen. Feel the ceiling lift higher, the pillars grow stronger as the temple expands. Each declaration brightens the flame, sending ripples of energy outward. Imagine these ripples leaving the temple, touching your outer life, your home, your work, your relationships, your future. See the fire of your I am shaping the world around you. Stay in this practice daily. Speak upon the altar of your inner temple until the fire burns so brightly that nothing outside can resist it. The parable of the builder. Let me tell you another story. In a distant land, two builders were given the same materials. The first spoke each day, I am unskilled, I am clumsy, I am unworthy. His building collapsed again and again, no matter how hard he tried. The second builder, though untrained, spoke differently. I am skillful, I am wise, I am guided. Each day he declared his authority, and though his hands trembled at first, soon his work rose strong, his walls straight, his roof secure. It was not the tools that made the difference, nor the strength of the hands, but the words spoken while building. You too are building. Each thought, each declaration, each I am is a stone laid upon your life. What temple are you raising? A ruin of despair or a cathedral of light? The eternal echo. Every declaration you make within the temple does not vanish, it echoes. The words you speak reverberate in the invisible, bouncing across the walls of eternity, returning in forms you can touch and see. That is why you must never speak against yourself, never burn false offerings, never declare ruin. The echo is faithful. If you whisper, I am abundance, the echo returns with opportunities, wealth, blessings. If you whisper, I am failure, the echo returns with obstacles, disappointments, loss. You are never unheard. You are always answered. The temple listens, and the temple reflects. So now you see, the temple is within you. Its altar burns with every word you speak. Its walls rise or fall with every declaration. Its gates open or close with the names you claim. Do not walk past it in ignorance. Enter daily. Speak consciously. Offer only words that build, that bless, that shine. For the temple is not a metaphor, it is reality. And when its altar burns with the fire of I am, the whole of creation bends to its light. Say it now, not as ritual, but as flame. I am the temple, I am the flame, I am the living word made flesh. Chapter 6. The river that obeys your voice. Every river flows, every river listens, every river bends to the call of the land. But there is a river greater than all others, not of water, but of energy, of wealth, of circumstance. This river flows unseen, weaving through your days, carrying opportunities, people, and blessings. And here is the mystery. The river responds not to your effort, not to your worry, not to your striving. It responds to your declaration. Speak, I am weak, and the river slows, trickling into scarcity. Speak, I am strong, and the current surges, flooding your life with abundance. This river does not judge your worthiness. It only mirrors your command. It is not loyal to your wishes. It is loyal to your words. The living current. Close your eyes and imagine yourself standing by this river. Its waters are radiant, shimmering with light, filled with treasures drifting just beneath the surface. Coins, harvests, doors of opportunity, faces of those who will bless your journey. All of it is already flowing, waiting to answer. Yet the river asks you only one question. What name shall I carry for you? Your answer, spoken through I am, determines the shape of its current. Say, I am unseen, and the river carries invisibility into your life. Say, I am chosen, and the river rushes with favor and recognition. You may think the current is beyond your control, but it bends with every word. It listens to the voice of your being, echoing your declarations across the unseen until they solidify as reality. The parable of the farmer. There was once a farmer whose fields lay beside a mighty river. For years he cursed his land, saying, I am cursed, I am barren, I am forgotten. And though the river flowed nearby, its waters never reached his fields. His crops withered, and he lived in despair. One day an old woman stopped at his gate. She asked, Why do your fields lie dry when the river flows so near? The farmer wept and answered, The river ignores me. The woman smiled gently and said, "No, child. The river has never ignored you. It has only obeyed your words." That night, the farmer stood at the river's edge. With trembling lips, he declared, "I am fertile, I am blessed, I am abundance." The waters shimmered as though awakening. Day by day, he returned, speaking these words until they carved a channel. Soon, the river spilled into his land, flooding it with life. His crops rose, his barns filled, and his despair turned to song. So it is with you. The river is near, always near, but it bends to the voice you give it, the law of command. This is the sacred law. The river obeys the voice of I am. It does not resist, it does not question, it does not argue, it reflects. If you say, "I am poor," it channels poverty. If you say, "I am wealthy," it channels prosperity. If you say, "I am unlucky," it curbs into disappointment. If you say, "I am favored," it delivers opportunities that defy logic. Understand this. The universe is not personal. It is lawful. It is precise. Just as gravity does not decide who deserves to fall, the river does not decide who deserves abundance. It flows where the voice directs, and your voice is the dam or the opening, the drought or the flood, the frequency of overflow. There is a difference between asking the river and commanding it. Asking says, "Please, bring me wealth." Commanding says, "I am wealth. Flow now." Asking leaves you in waiting. Commanding places you in alignment. When you declare, "I am abundance," you do not beg the river to come. You open the channel for it to surge. You tune your being to the frequency of overflow, and once aligned, you cannot stop the flood. Doors open where there were none. Strangers appear with keys in their hands. Ideas rise like seeds breaking through the soil. This is not coincidence. This is the river obeying your voice. The sacred practice, channeling the river. Tonight, step into stillness. Close your eyes and see yourself at the river's edge. The waters glow, endless, alive. Stretch out your hands. Now, speak your command aloud. With certainty, declare, "I am abundance." See the waters rise, spilling into your life, carrying treasures. "I am wealth." Watch gold and provision swirl toward you, flowing into every corner of your being. "I am chosen." See the river open paths of favor, carrying you to places no foot has trod. Do not whisper as though uncertain. Speak as though the current has no choice but to obey. For indeed, it does not. The law is eternal. The river mirrors your declaration. Repeat this daily. Soon, you will notice small streams forming, a new opportunity, a chance meeting, an unexpected gift. These are the first signs of the flood. Continue, and the river will break its banks, saturating your world with what you have spoken. The parable of the two travelers. Two travelers once approached the same river. The first looked upon its vastness and sighed, "I am powerless. I am too small to command this." The river receded, drying into a trickle. The second stood tall and said, "I am the current. I am the force. I am one with the flow." The river surged, rising to carry him across with ease. The difference was not the river. It was the declaration. The first denied his authority, and the river reflected weakness. The second claimed his authority, and the river reflected power. This story is not about them. It is about you. You stand at the river every day. What do you declare? The eternal flow. You must understand, the river never stops flowing. Even when you feel stuck, even when life seems stagnant, the current is alive. It is waiting, listening, ready to bend. Your task is not to create the river. Your task is to open the channel with your declaration. Every moment, you are shaping its direction. Careless words dam it. Conscious words unleash it. Fear shrinks it. Certainty widens it. This is the eternal flow, and it has always been yours to command. So now you see, you are not at the mercy of life's currents. You are not a leaf tossed by chance. You are the voice that bends the river. You are the command that opens the flood. Step to the edge once more and whisper, not as hope, but as decree. I am abundance. I am the river. I am the flood of life itself. The waters rise. The current bends. The flood obeys. Chapter 7. The Crown of Identity. Every being wears a crown, though few can see it. It is not made of gold or jewels. It is woven from words, from thoughts, from the declarations you repeat, until they become your very essence. This crown rests upon your head and proclaims to the universe, "This is who I am." And the universe, ever faithful, responds in kind. It does not question the crown you wear. It does not argue with your declaration. If you wear the crown of lack, life bows to you as one who is poor. If you wear the crown of strength, life salutes you as one who is unshakable. If you wear the crown of abundance, life bends its treasures toward you. The mystery is simple yet profound. The identity you assume becomes the reality you live. The crown you have chosen. Many walk through life unaware of their crown. They wear one woven from the careless words of childhood, from the judgments of others, from the echoes of failure. I am not enough. I am always unlucky. I am unseen. These phrases harden into identity, and the crown becomes heavy, bending the neck beneath its weight. But no crown is permanent. At any moment, you may remove the false crown and place upon your head the true one, the crown forged in fire, shining with the eternal decree of I am. When you choose it, everything shifts. This is not imagination. This is law. Life reflects not what you want, but who you are willing to be. The parable of the forgotten king. Long ago, in a kingdom hidden by forests, there was a man who lived as a servant. Day and night, he whispered, I am lowly, I am unseen, I am a shadow. And so he was treated. Ignored, overlooked, dismissed. But one night, an old sage approached him and placed a crown of gold in his hands. This is yours, the sage said. You are not a servant, you are the king. The man trembled. He had no throne, no palace, no riches. How can this be true? He asked. The sage replied, It will become true the moment you wear it and declare, I am king. At first the man refused. Fear bound him. Doubt mocked him. Yet one morning, in desperation, he placed the crown upon his head. He stood tall and whispered, I am king. The words shook him. He repeated them. Each day he declared with greater certainty, I am king. Soon the people began to notice. His voice carried authority. His posture commanded respect. The old throne in the palace, long abandoned, seemed to await him. And one day the people bowed, not because the crown was of gold, but because his I am had claimed its place. This is not a story of long ago. It is the parable of you. For you too have perhaps worn the false crown of lack. And tonight you are invited to remove it, to place upon your head the true crown of identity, and to speak, I am abundant, I am chosen, I am sovereign. The law of assumption. Identity is not built from circumstance. Identity builds circumstance. This is the law of assumption. Whatever you assume as true of yourself, the world bends to reflect. Say, I am wealthy, and soon wealth finds its way to you. Say, I am loved, and love appears in countless forms. Say, I am successful, and doors swing open where walls once stood. Do not wait for proof. The crown is not earned by evidence, it is worn by decree. The king does not wait for the throne to believe he is king, he assumes it, and the throne responds. This is why the mystics spoke with such certainty. They declared identities that seemed impossible. I am the light of the world. I am eternal. I am one with the infinite. They knew that the crown must be worn first, and the kingdom follows after. The sacred practice, placing the crown. Tonight, in the stillness, close your eyes. Imagine a crown hovering above your head, radiant, blazing with light, inscribed with words of power. Slowly lower it until it rests upon you. Feel its weight, not of burden, but of majesty. Now declare aloud, as though the universe is listening at the gates of your being, I am abundance. Feel the jewels of provision shimmering upon the crown. I am radiant. Feel the golden rays of light flowing from it, filling the room. I am chosen. Sense the crown glowing brighter, as all of reality bows in acknowledgement. Each time you speak, the crown settles deeper, fusing with your identity. Repeat this practice daily. Soon, your outer world will begin to mirror the majesty of the crown you wear. Opportunities will bow, wealth will flow, relationships will rise, not because of chance, but because you declared who you are. The parable of the two crowns. There were once two brothers. The first wore a crown of despair, forged from his own words, I am unlucky, I am unloved, I am broken. His life mirrored the weight of that crown. He walked in shadows, and the world reflected only darkness. The second wore a crown of light, declaring daily, I am favored, I am abundant, I am powerful. And though his circumstances at first seemed no better than his brothers, soon the world bent toward him. Doors opened, fields flourished, and people honored him. The crowns were invisible, yet the results undeniable. Each brother lived under the rule of the crown he chose. You too have two crowns before you. Which will you wear? The eternal coronation. Understand this. Every moment is a coronation. With each word, each thought, each declaration, you place a crown upon your own head. There is no pause. There is no neutrality. You are always crowned, either in lack or in abundance, in weakness or in power. The difference lies only in what you declare. Do not say, I am waiting to see who I become. No, you become who you declare you are. Say it until the crown fuses with your very being. Say it until the universe bends in acknowledgement. Say it until the throne appears beneath you. So, let it be remembered. Your identity is not written by others. It is not bound by past mistakes, by circumstances, by illusions. Your identity is forged in fire each time you declare, I am. The crown is yours. The throne is yours. The kingdom is yours. Lift your head, straighten your back, and whisper it once more, not as hope, but as decree. I am sovereign. I am abundant. I am crowned with glory. The world listens. The universe reflects. The kingdom obeys. Chapter 8. The bridge between the invisible and the visible. Every desire begins as invisible. A thought, a vision, a whisper in the heart. And yet, every kingdom, every fortune, every song, Every invention that now stands in the world was once unseen. The bridge between the invisible and the visible is not made of stone or steel. It is made of words. The moment you declare "I am," you lay the first stone upon that bridge. Each repetition strengthens it. Each affirmation widens it, until what once seemed like mist becomes form, until what once seemed impossible stands before you in flesh and matter. This is the sacred law. The invisible obeys the voice, and the visible is born through your declaration. The unseen blueprint. Imagine an architect designing a palace. Before the marble is carved, before the gold is gilded, before the halls are raised, there is only a drawing, an invisible blueprint held in the mind. Without it, no palace could exist. So it is with you. Your words are the lines of your own blueprint. Speak, "I am weak," and you draft a ruin. Speak, "I am powerful," and you sketch towers of strength. Speak, "I am poor," and you draw empty halls. Speak, "I am abundant," and you carve treasures into the very foundation. The invisible blueprint always precedes the visible structure. You cannot bypass it. You cannot live wealth while declaring poverty. You cannot walk in power while declaring weakness. You cannot cross into the visible without first drawing in the unseen. The parable of the musician. There was once a young musician who longed to play before kings. Yet each day he sighed, "I am unnoticed. I am unseen. I am not worthy." And though his music was sweet, no one listened, for his words wrote a blueprint of obscurity. One evening, as he sat by the river, an old traveler approached and asked, "What is it you desire?" The boy answered, "To play before kings." The traveler smiled. "Then declare it. Speak it as though it already island. Say, 'I am the musician of kings.'" At first the boy hesitated, thinking it arrogance. But he tried. Each morning he whispered, "I am the musician of kings." Each night he declared it again. And slowly the world shifted. A nobleman passed by and heard his song. Soon he was invited to play at banquets, then palaces, then before the throne itself. It was not his skill that changed, for the music was always in him. It was the bridge he built with words, the blueprint he carried in his declaration. The law of the seen and the unseen. Understand this. The unseen world is not weaker than the visible. It is stronger. The visible is only the echo. The unseen is the source. To focus only on the visible is to try to change the echo while ignoring the voice. This is why so many labor in vain. They toil in the visible world, pushing against circumstance, wrestling with matter, forgetting that matter is only the shadow of the unseen. They fight the shadow instead of speaking to the light. But you are now awakening. You see that the bridge is built in the unseen first. You know that your "I am" is the seed, the blueprint, the foundation. Speak it until the unseen grows heavy, until it tips into matter, until the invisible becomes visible. The frequency of faith. Here lies the mystery. Faith is not hoping. Faith is declaring the unseen as though it were already visible. Faith is the frequency that makes the invisible tangible. When you declare "I am wealthy" while your pockets are empty, you are not lying. You are bridging. You are drawing the unseen blueprint of wealth, stamping it into the field of reality. When you declare "I am loved" while sitting alone, you are not deluding yourself. You are aligning with the truth that already exists in the invisible. Faith does not wait for evidence. Faith speaks the evidence into being. Faith is the language of the bridge. Sacred practice. Walking the bridge. Close your eyes. Imagine before you a great bridge stretching into the mist. The far side is unseen, hidden in clouds, but you know treasures await there. Each word you speak becomes a stone beneath your feet. Now, begin. I am abundant. A stone appears, firm beneath your step. I am radiant. Another stone rises, carrying you forward. I am chosen. The bridge extends, leading you into the unseen. With each declaration, the mist clears. Slowly, the far side reveals itself. Golden halls, open doors, treasures waiting. Speak until the bridge is complete. Speak until your feet touch what was once invisible. The parable of the builder of bridges. 2 builders once stood at the edge of a great chasm. The first said, "I am weak, I cannot cross." And no bridge appeared, for his words built nothing. The second said, "I am the builder of bridges. I am strong. I am guided." And with each declaration, stones rose before him. Step by step, he crossed the chasm until the unseen land became his. The difference was not the chasm. The difference was not their strength. The difference was the bridge built by I Am. So it is with you. The chasm of your desire is not impassable. The bridge awaits your words. The eternal law of becoming. Do you see? You are not waiting for the unseen to reveal itself. The unseen is waiting for you to declare it. It is eager, ready, overflowing, but it requires your voice to cross into form. Every fortune begins with I am wealthy. Every love begins with I am loved. Every healing begins with I am whole. Without the declaration, the unseen remains mist. With the declaration, the mist becomes matter. This is the eternal law of becoming. You become what you declare you are, not tomorrow, not someday. Now, the moment you speak, you shift. The bridge begins to form. The unseen begins to move. So stand tall, lift your voice, speak the invisible into the visible. Declare what is not yet seen as though it already stands before you. For in truth, it already does. You are not creating from nothing. You are calling from the unseen. Say it now, not as hope, but as decree. I am the bridge. I am the blueprint. I am the word that makes the invisible visible. The mist clears, the stones rise, the unseen obeys. Chapter 9. The Fire of Becoming. Every transformation begins with fire. Not the fire that burns wood or consumes flesh, but the fire of becoming. The inner blaze that awakens when you declare, I am. It is this fire that separates the wanderer from the sovereign, the seeker from the finder, the beggar from the king. For many live their entire lives in shadows, whispering words of smallness. I am lost, I am unlucky, I am forgotten. Their fire lies hidden, smoldering in silence. But the moment they speak with certainty, I am chosen, I am powerful, I am abundance, the flame leaps upward, consuming doubt, illuminating their path, reshaping their destiny. This is the mystery of the fire. It is not given from without. It has always burned within. The only question is whether you will fan it into a blaze or let it flicker unseen. The forgotten flame. Every child is born with the fire. Look into their eyes and you will see it. That spark of boundless imagination, that certainty of identity. A child will declare without hesitation, I am an explorer. I am a queen. I am a warrior. And in that moment, they live it fully. The fire burns bright, but as years pass, voices from the outer world pour water upon the flame. Parents, teachers, strangers, all may say, you are not enough, you are weak, you are limited. Slowly, the fire dims. The child begins to repeat these declarations. I am ordinary. I am powerless. I am small. Yet the flame never dies. It waits in silence, hidden beneath the ashes of doubt, waiting for the day you speak again with the authority of your true name. And when you do, when you whisper I am with certainty, the flame roars upward, unstoppable. The parable of the blacksmith. There was once a blacksmith whose forge lay cold. He sat in despair, saying each day, I am broken, I am tired, I am finished. Without fire, his tools lay unused, his craft forgotten. One night a traveler came to him and asked, Why do you sit in darkness? The blacksmith replied, Because the fire has gone out. The traveler handed him a single spark and said, The fire is never gone, it only waits for your breath. Trembling, the blacksmith placed the spark upon the ashes and whispered, I am strength, I am fire, I am alive. The spark glowed. He whispered again, louder this time, I am strength, I am fire, I am alive. The flames leapt upward, filling the forge with heat and light. His tools gleamed, his arms grew strong, and soon his craft returned greater than before. So it is with you. The forge of your life may seem cold, but the spark is within. Your words are the breath. Speak, and the fire will rise. The law of ignition. Here is the law. The flame of becoming ignites through declaration. It does not awaken through silence, nor through despair, nor through waiting. It awakens when you speak with authority. Say, I am wealth, and the flame of provision lights within you. Say, I am radiant, and the fire of health blazes. Say, I am chosen, and the fire of destiny illuminates your path. The more you speak, the stronger the blaze. The more certainty you carry, the brighter it burns. And soon, the fire becomes unstoppable, consuming the old identity, burning away doubt, forging you into who you declare you are. The alchemy of fire. Fire transforms everything it touches. Place iron in the flame, and it softens, ready to be reshaped. Place gold in the fire, and it shines brighter, purified of impurities. So too with your life. When you speak I am, you place yourself into the alchemy of fire. Old limitations melt away. Hidden strengths emerge. Your being reshapes itself into alignment with your declaration. This is why the mystics of old spoke of fire as divine. They knew that the I am is not mere speech. It is the flame that purifies, transforms, and elevates. To declare is to step into the fire of becoming. Sacred practice, fanning the flame. Tonight, sit in stillness. Close your eyes. Imagine within your chest a small flame, flickering. Place your hand upon it. Feel its warmth. Now speak aloud with slow certainty. I am fire. See the flame brighten, glowing golden. I am strength. Feel the blaze rise, warming your whole body. I am abundance. Watch the fire expand, filling the room with radiant light. With each declaration, the flame grows, consuming the ashes of doubt, illuminating the shadows of fear. Continue until you feel the fire roaring, unstoppable, alive. Do this daily. Each session strengthens the blaze. Each word fans it higher. Soon, the fire will be so strong that no circumstance can extinguish it. The parable of the phoenix. In ancient times, there was a bird said to live for centuries. When its time drew near, it would build a nest and set itself aflame. From the ashes, it would rise anew, stronger, brighter, eternal. This is not mere legend. It is the parable of your own becoming. Each time you declare I am, you burn away the old self, the ashes of lack, of fear, of limitation, and rise as the new. You are not destroyed by the fire. You are reborn in it. Every day you may rise as the phoenix, each declaration a spark, each word a flame, each I am a rebirth. The eternal flame. Understand this. The fire of becoming never dies. It may dim, it may hide, but it is eternal. The spark within you is older than time, older than stars, older than the earth itself. It is the flame of the infinite, and it burns in you. When you speak I am, you awaken that eternal flame. You step into the power that has always been yours. You are not waiting for fire to come from above. The fire is within. The voice is the key. The declaration is the breath. So now you see, you are the blacksmith, the builder, the phoenix. The fire of becoming has always burned within you. It only waits for your words to rise. Whisper it once more, not as hope but as decree. I am fire. I am reborn. I am becoming all that I declare. The forge glows. The phoenix rises. The world shifts in flame. Chapter 10. The Garden of Manifestation. Every soul carries within it a hidden garden. This garden is not of soil and stone, but of thought and word. Here the seeds of your declarations are planted. Here your I am grows into trees, flowers, and harvests. What you speak is what you sow. What you repeat is what you water. What you expect is what blooms. Many wander through life unaware of their garden, wondering why weeds of lack rise around them. Yet if you listen closely, you will hear it. They have been sowing weeds with their words all along. I am broke. I am unlucky. I am tired. I am unloved. Each phrase is a seed. Each repetition is water. Each belief is sunlight. But the good news is this. You can transform the garden at any moment. You can uproot the weeds and plant new seeds. The soil does not judge. The ground does not argue. It simply yields what you sow. The parable of the two gardens. There were once two villagers who lived side by side. The first rose each morning and said, I am tired. I am unlucky. Nothing grows for me. He looked upon his field and saw only weeds. He cursed them, yet each day he watered them with his words. The second villager rose and said, I am fertile. I am blessed. I am abundance. His field too began with weeds, yet each day he sowed new seeds, watering them with declarations of life. In time, the first man's field grew wild with thorns, while the second's blossomed with fruit, flowers, and shade. When travelers came through the village, they marveled at the second man's garden. They asked, What miracle is this? He only smiled and said, The garden yields what you plant. I chose my seeds with care. And so it is with you. Your words are the seeds. Your repetition is the watering. Your expectation is the harvest. The law of sowing and reaping. The ancients taught this law in countless ways. As you sow, so shall you reap. Yet few realize it applies not only to actions, but to words. Every I am is a seed planted in the soil of reality. Say, I am poor, and you sow poverty. Say, I am wealthy, and you sow abundance. Say, I am unloved, and you sow loneliness. Say, I am radiant, and you sow beauty. The law is precise, impartial, eternal. The soil does not ask whether you mean it or not. It simply grows what you give it. This is why careless words matter. You may think, I am just joking, or I am only venting. But the soil hears no jest. The soil makes no exceptions. Every word is seed, every repetition water. The hidden harvest. You may wonder why your life looks as it does. Look to your garden. What words have you sown in secret? What declarations have you watered in silence? Perhaps you see weeds of lack. Do not despair. The garden is forgiving. You can uproot the weeds and plant new seeds today. Declare, I am abundance, and the soil receives it. Declare, I am chosen, and the ground stirs. Declare, I am radiant, and new growth begins. At first, the weeds may still surround you, but do not be deceived. Seeds take time. Harvests are not instant. But the moment you plant, the process begins. Hold fast. Continue watering. Soon, the weeds will give way to blossoms. The sacred practice, planting the garden. Tonight, find a quiet space. Close your eyes and imagine a vast garden before you. Walk among its rows. See what grows there. Perhaps weeds of lack, perhaps flowers of hope. Do not judge. Simply observe. Now, kneel in the soil. Speak aloud, planting new seeds with your words. I am abundance. See golden seeds sink into the soil, glowing with light. I am radiant. Watch flowers of beauty and health begin to sprout. I am chosen. See tall trees rise, their branches spreading wide with shade and fruit. Each word is a seed. Each repetition waters it. Imagine returning each day to tend your garden, pulling weeds of doubt, planting seeds of truth, watering them with certainty. This practice is not metaphor alone. It is law. The outer world will reflect the inner garden. The parable of the rain. A king once asked his sages, "Why do some live in abundance while others starve?" One sage replied, "Because the rain falls more kindly on some." But another said, "No, my king, the rain falls on all. The difference is in the seeds. The farmer who plants wheat will eat. The farmer who plants nothing will starve. The rain does not choose. It only nourishes what is planted." The king pondered this and realized the truth. The rain of life falls upon everyone. The difference lies in the seeds sown, and so it is with you. Life pours energy into your garden daily. The question is, what seeds have you planted? The eternal seasons. Every garden moves in seasons. There is a season for planting, a season for watering, a season for growth, and a season for harvest. Do not despise the season you are in. If you have planted new words, be patient as they grow. If you are uprooting weeds, be gentle with yourself. If you are harvesting, give thanks and continue planting for the next season. The key is this: never stop sowing. Never let your garden go untended. Each day, declare who you are. Each day, plant with I am. Each day, water your seeds with certainty. And in time, your life will bloom with abundance beyond measure. The alchemy of multiplication. Understand this. Seeds do not return one for one. A single seed of wheat can yield a field of grain. A single seed of fruit can grow into a tree bearing hundreds of harvests. So too with your declarations. One I am wealthy may yield countless opportunities. One I am loved may blossom into endless connections. One I am radiant may heal and transform your body in ways you never imagined. This is the alchemy of multiplication. The garden always returns more than you planted. That is why you must choose your seeds with care. For weeds multiply just as quickly as flowers. So now you see, you are the gardener of your own life. Your words are seeds, your repetition the watering, your expectation the sunlight. The soil does not argue. The rain does not judge. The garden simply reflects what you plant. Kneel once more in the soil of the unseen and whisper, not as hope but as decree, I am the gardener, I am the seed, I am the harvest of abundance. The soil stirs, the seeds glow, the garden blooms. Chapter 11. The Gate of the Word. Every soul stands daily before a gate. This gate does not open with keys of iron or locks of wood. It opens only with words. The two words that hold the power of every threshold are I am. Speak them with despair, and the gate closes. Speak them with authority, and the gate swings wide. This gate is not before you. It is within you. Each declaration you make is either the opening of the gate toward abundance or the closing of it toward lack. The path you walk tomorrow depends on the words you choose today. The threshold of destiny. Imagine a great hall filled with countless doors. Each door leads to a different destiny. One to abundance, one to health, one to love, one to despair, one to lack. You stand before these doors each day, though you may not know it. The universe asks only one question: who are you? Your answer is the key. Say, I am poor, and the door of lack opens. Say, I am chosen, and the door of favor swings wide. Say, I am weak, and the corridor of struggle unfolds. Say, I am powerful, and the path of strength lights before you. You are not a wanderer without choice. You are the gatekeeper of your own destiny, and your I am is the command that opens the way. The parable of the three seekers. 3 seekers once came to a great gate that shimmered like gold. Each desired to pass through into the land of abundance. The first stepped forward and said, I am unworthy, but I beg you to let me in. The gate remained closed. The second stepped forward and said, I am trying, I am struggling, I am almost ready. The gate quivered, but did not open. The third stepped forward, stood tall, and declared, I am abundance, I am chosen, I am the one this gate was built for. And the gate opened wide, revealing treasures beyond imagining. The gate did not open because of worthiness. It did not open because of effort. It opened because of declaration. The law of the gate. Here is the law. Reality does not ask whether you deserve to enter. It asks only what name you carry. The gate opens not to wishes, but to certainty. When you declare, I am abundant, the gate to wealth opens. When you declare, I am radiant, the gate to health opens. When you declare, I am chosen, the gate to destiny opens. Do not confuse humility with denial. To say, I am nothing, is not humility. It is blindness. True humility is to acknowledge the flame of the infinite within you and declare it boldly. The gate honors truth, and truth is this: you are what you claim after I am. The echo of the gate. Every gate you open sends out an echo. Declare, I am abundance, and opportunities begin to move toward you, even from far-off lands. Declare, I am loved, and relationships align, strangers appear, and hearts open. Declare, I am chosen, and doors that were locked for generations swing wide. This echo is not coincidence. It is the gate reflecting your words, sending ripples across the unseen until they touch the visible. That is why you must be careful not to declare gates of despair. Each time you say, I am cursed, you open the corridor of curses. Each time you say, I am unlucky, you swing open the hallway of setbacks. The gate is impartial. It reflects only your word. Sacred practice, opening the gate. Tonight, close your eyes. Imagine yourself standing before a great golden gate. Its surface shimmers with symbols, alive with light. The gate is silent, waiting. Now, place your hand upon it. Speak aloud, slowly, as though every word is a command carved into eternity. I am abundance. The symbols glow, lines of light racing across the gate. I am radiant. The hinges tremble as though eager to swing open. I am chosen. The gate bursts wide, revealing fields of treasure, paths of light, rivers of blessing. Step through in your imagination. Walk boldly into the land beyond, knowing this practice is more than vision, it is law. Each time you repeat it, you are opening the gate within, and soon the outer world will reflect it. The parable of the locked door. A woman once lived in a house with many rooms. One room, locked for years, held treasures beyond measure. She tried keys of effort, of pleading, of despair, but none worked. One day, an old teacher told her, "The door opens not with keys, but with words. Place your hand upon it and declare who you are." So she did. She touched the door and whispered, "I am abundance. I am chosen. I am worthy of what lies beyond." The lock clicked, the door opened, and the treasures became hers. You too live in a house of many rooms. Some are locked only because you have not yet declared the words that open them. The law of immediate access. Do not think you must wait for years to open the gate. The moment you declare with certainty, the process begins. The unseen starts shifting instantly, arranging circumstances, moving people, aligning opportunities. You may not see the full harvest at once, but the gate opens the moment you speak. This is why you must never delay your declaration. Do not say, "I will speak abundance when I see it." No, speak it now, and you will see it. Do not say, "I will declare love when it arrives." No, declare it now, and it will arrive. The gate does not wait for evidence, it waits for command. The eternal gatekeeper. And who is the gatekeeper? It is not some distant being deciding whether you are worthy. It is not chance, nor fate, nor luck. The gatekeeper is you. Each time you speak, you play both roles, the one who declares and the one who opens. You are the seeker and the sentinel, the voice and the response. When you say, "I am wealth," you as seeker declare it, and you as gatekeeper open the path. When you say, "I am light," you as seeker proclaim it, and you as gatekeeper swing the hinges wide. The power has never left your hands. So now you see, life is not random, nor cruel, nor silent. Life is a hall of gates, each one waiting for your declaration. The keys are not in another's hands. They rest upon your tongue. Stand before the gate once more and whisper with the certainty of one who knows their authority. I am the gate. I am the key. I am the one who opens the way. The lock clicks. The door swings. The path of abundance unfolds. Chapter 12. The Mirror of the Soul. Every soul carries a mirror. It is not made of glass. It does not hang upon a wall. This mirror is unseen, yet it reflects more faithfully than any surface of silver. It shows not your face, but your essence, not your form, but your frequency. The mirror of the soul reflects every declaration you speak. Whisper, "I am poor," and the mirror clouds with shadows. Declare, "I am wealthy," and it shines with golden light. Say, "I am unloved," and it grows dim. Say, "I am chosen," and it radiates with brilliance. This mirror does not distort. It does not argue. It only reflects what you give it, And then, like a lantern, it projects that reflection outward into the world. The life you see around you is nothing more than the echo of the mirror within, the hidden reflection. Have you ever wondered why circumstances seem to repeat? Why the same struggles circle back again and again? Look not at the outer world, but at the mirror you carry. It reflects your repeated declarations. If, year after year, you whisper, "I am unlucky," the mirror projects this frequency into your world, and so bad luck seems to follow. But the moment you change your declaration, the reflection changes. Say, "I am favored," and the mirror glows differently. The projection shifts, and suddenly doors open, coincidences align, blessings appear. Nothing outside has changed, only the reflection within. This is the law of the mirror. The world you see is the echo of the soul you declare. The parable of the desert traveler. A traveler once crossed a vast desert. At night, he came upon a pool of water. Thirsty, he leaned down to drink, but what he saw startled him, his reflection. His face was twisted in despair, his eyes filled with hopelessness. Startled, he said aloud, "I am lost. I am dying." The water rippled, and the reflection darkened. The next night he came to another pool. Exhausted, he remembered the words of an old sage, "The reflection you see is the reflection you give." So, though trembling, he whispered, "I am strong. I am guided. I am alive." The water shimmered, and his reflection grew bright. By morning, he found an oasis just beyond the dunes, as though drawn by the light of his own reflection. So it is with you. The pools of your life reflect not chance, but the mirror you carry. The law of inner image. Understand this. You cannot escape your inner image. The mirror of your soul projects it everywhere. That is why affirmations spoken without belief often fail, because the reflection is still clouded. The words must not only be spoken, but felt, breathed, embodied. When you speak "I am abundance," you must feel the golden glow in your chest. When you say "I am radiant," you must see the light upon your skin. When you whisper "I am chosen," you must feel the gates of destiny opening. The mirror does not respond to empty sound, it responds to embodied declaration. The sacred practice, polishing the mirror. Tonight, close your eyes and imagine standing before a mirror of light. At first, it may appear clouded, reflecting shadows of doubt, fear, and old declarations. Do not despair. This is natural. Now, place your hand upon the mirror and speak aloud. "I am abundance." See a streak of gold cut through the fog. "I am radiant." Watch the glass grow brighter, reflecting light from your eyes. "I am chosen." See the mirror blaze with brilliance, projecting your highest image outward. Each word polishes the mirror, clearing the clouds, restoring the true reflection. Repeat this daily until the mirror shines so brightly that your outer world cannot help but mirror its radiance. The parable of the painter. There was once a painter who sat before a blank canvas. He wept, saying, "I am talentless. I am unseen. I am nothing." His brush refused to move, for the canvas only reflected his inner declaration. One day, a stranger passed by and said, "Your canvas shows nothing because you have given it nothing." Say instead, "I am an artist. I am inspired. I am chosen." Then lift your brush. The painter hesitated but tried. He whispered, "I am an artist. I am inspired. I am chosen." His hand grew steady. His brush moved. Colors filled the canvas. Soon, The room blazed with beauty. The canvas had always been ready. It only waited for the mirror of his soul to project the right image. So too with your life. The canvas before you is blank, waiting for your reflection. What will you declare? The infinite reflections. Here is the mystery. The mirror of your soul does not only reflect for you, it reflects for others. When you declare, "I am radiant," others see your light and respond to it. When you whisper, "I am wealth," others feel drawn to offer opportunities. When you say, "I am love," hearts around you open. Your reflection is not private. It radiates outward, shaping how the world perceives and responds to you. That is why one who says, "I am invisible," walks unnoticed, while one who says, "I am chosen," draws attention wherever they go. The mirror is infinite, touching every soul you encounter. The law of transformation. You may ask, but what if I have lived years declaring weakness? What if my mirror is filled with shadows? Do not despair. The mirror can be polished at any moment. The reflection can change instantly. It is not the years of old declarations that bind you. It is only the choice you make now. Speak differently, and the reflection changes. The past loses its grip. The mirror shines anew. This is the law of transformation. No matter how long the shadow has lingered, one spark of light can banish it. One declaration of truth can cleanse the mirror. One "I am" can shift the reflection forever. Sacred practice. Seeing the new reflection. Stand before a real mirror in your home. Look into your eyes, not at your body, not at your face, but at your eyes, the windows of your soul. Speak slowly, clearly. "I am abundance." Watch how your gaze shifts, how the light deepens. "I am radiant." Notice how your posture straightens, how your face softens. "I am chosen." Feel the energy rise, as though the mirror itself acknowledges your words. Do this daily until the reflection before you matches the declaration within you. So now you see, life is the reflection of the mirror you carry. The world outside is only the projection of your inner declaration. If you desire a different world, change the image in the mirror. Polish it with words of power. Shine it with declarations of truth. Project it with certainty. Say it once more, not as hope, but as decree. "I am the mirror. I am the reflection. I am the light that the world must obey." The mirror shines. The reflection glows. The world bends to its radiance. Chapter 13. The Throne of the Word. Every kingdom has a throne. Every throne is the seat of power, the place where decrees are spoken and laws are set. And so it is with you. There is a throne within your soul. It is not carved of stone, nor adorned with jewels. It is built of silence, of authority, of the eternal name. The one who sits upon it rules the realm of their reality. The throne responds not to wishes, not to fears, but to words. Each time you declare "I am," you take your seat upon the throne. Each time you say "I am abundance," "I am radiant," "I am chosen," you reign over your life. But when you whisper "I am weak," "I am unlucky," "I am small," you abandon the throne, leaving it empty, leaving your kingdom to chaos. The throne cannot remain unclaimed. If you do not sit upon it, shadows will, doubt will, fear will. Yet the throne was made for you and you alone. The moment you declare your true name, you reclaim your crown and speak as sovereign. The empty throne. So many live as though their throne is vacant. They walk through life asking others to define them, letting circumstances decide their worth. They say, I am what others say I am. I am what the world gives me. I am what chance allows. But the throne rejects such lies. It does not bend to the opinions of others. It bends only to the decree of the one who sits upon it. Until you claim it with I am, your throne remains silent and your kingdom drifts. The parable of the sleeping king. There was once a great kingdom whose throne stood empty for many years. The king had fallen asleep, and in his absence the land fell into ruin. Bandits roamed freely. Crops withered. The people despaired. But one day the king awoke. He returned to his throne and spoke only 3 words, I am king. The moment he declared it, the bandits fled, the crops sprang forth, and the people rejoiced. The kingdom did not need years to recover. It only needed the king to remember. This is not history. This is your story. If you have abandoned your throne, do not despair. The moment you declare your name with certainty, your kingdom begins to align. The law of sovereignty. Here is the law. The universe responds not to your begging, but to your decree. You are not a beggar at the gates of destiny. You are the ruler of your realm. Your I am is the royal decree that reality must obey. Say, I am wealthy, and the resources of the kingdom begin to gather. Say, I am radiant, and the body obeys the command. Say, I am chosen, and opportunities kneel before you. Do not speak as a servant. Speak as a sovereign. Your throne listens, your kingdom responds. The scepter of the word. Every sovereign carries a scepter, a symbol of authority. Your scepter is your word. The moment you raise it, you command the forces of the unseen. Careless words are like striking the ground with a broken stick. But conscious words, I am abundance, I am strength, I am favored, are like raising the scepter high. The heavens listen. The earth obeys. Remember this. Your word is not idle. It carries the weight of kingship. When you declare, you do not merely hope. You set law into motion. Sacred practice. Ascending the throne. Close your eyes. Imagine a grand hall filled with light. At the center stands a throne, radiant, burning with fire, waiting. Slowly walk toward it. Hear the silence deepen as you approach. Now, sit upon the throne. Feel its authority settling into your being. Place your hand upon the armrest as though grasping the scepter of power. Speak aloud with certainty, I am abundance. Hear the walls of the hall echo with golden resonance. I am radiant. See the throne blaze with light, filling the hall with brilliance. I am chosen. Feel the ground tremble, as though the entire kingdom acknowledges your decree. Repeat this daily. Sit upon the throne of your soul and speak as sovereign. Soon, your outer world will mirror your inner reign. The parable of the 2 voices. There were once 2 rulers. The first sat upon his throne but spoke timidly, I am trying, I am almost there, I am maybe strong. His kingdom faltered, for his words carried no authority. The second sat upon his throne and declared boldly, I am powerful, I am wealth, I am eternal. His kingdom flourished, for his voice was law. The difference was not in the throne, both had won. The difference was not in the land, both ruled fertile ground. The difference was in the decree. So too with you. You may sit upon your throne timidly, or you may sit with certainty. The throne waits. The kingdom waits. The choice is yours. The eternal kingdom. Understand this. Your kingdom is not small. It is vast, stretching beyond what you can see. Every declaration you speak ripples through it. Say, I am unloved, and shadows spread across the land. Say, I am love, and light floods every corner. Say, I am poor, and famine spreads. Say, I am wealth, and harvests rise. You are not a minor figure in a small play. You are sovereign over a vast realm, and your words shape its destiny. The law of immediate response. You may wonder, but if I declare I am abundance, why does wealth not appear instantly? Remember this: when a sovereign issues a decree, the kingdom begins to move at once. Messengers run, builders build, markets shift. It may take time for the results to be visible, but the law is immediate. So it is with you. The moment you declare, the unseen begins to align. Opportunities shift, people move, doors unlock. Do not mistake delay for denial. The decree is already in motion. Sacred practice. Writing the royal decree. Take a page and write at the top, "Royal decrees of my throne." Beneath it, write your declarations as though they are laws written for your kingdom. I am wealth. I am health. I am chosen. I am radiant. Speak each decree aloud as you write it. Imagine scribes carrying your words across the land, proclaiming them to every corner of your realm. Feel the certainty of kingship in your voice. Return to this page daily, adding new decrees, speaking them into being. So now you see, you are not a servant of fate. You are not a victim of chance. You are the sovereign of your soul. The throne within you waits for your presence, your decree, your I am. Rise, enter the hall, sit upon your throne, raise your scepter, speak with certainty. For your words are not wishes, they are laws. Say it once more, not as hope, but as decree. I am sovereign. I am crowned. I am the ruler of my reality. The hall echoes. The throne blazes. The kingdom bends to obey. Chapter 14. The Treasury of Words. Every kingdom holds a treasury. It is the storehouse of jewels, of gold, of riches beyond counting. But the greatest treasury is not built of stone, nor guarded by soldiers. It lies within you, and its wealth is measured not in coin, but in words. Each declaration you speak, I am abundant, I am radiant, I am chosen, is a jewel placed within your treasury. Over time, these jewels accumulate until your soul overflows with wealth. From this inner storehouse, life draws outward provision. But when you speak carelessly, I am poor, I am unlucky, I am unseen, you rob your own treasury, scattering its riches until you live in lack. The mystery is this: your treasury is never empty. Even when you feel barren, there are still words within you waiting to be spoken. And the moment you choose to deposit treasures instead of ashes, your inner vault begins to fill again. The wealth of the unseen. Understand this: true wealth does not begin with what you hold in your hands. It begins with what you hold in your treasury of words. You may have little outwardly, yet if you declare, I am wealthy, your treasury fills, and soon the outer world reflects it. You may have much outwardly, yet if you declare, I am poor, your treasury empties, and soon the outer world collapses. This is why some rise from nothing to greatness. Their treasury of words overflows with abundance. And this is why others fall from greatness into ruin. Their treasury is emptied by careless speech. The unseen always precedes the seen. The treasury within always shapes the wealth without. The parable of the two merchants. Two merchants set out upon a journey. The first carried a chest of gold but spoke daily, I am losing everything. I am cursed. I am poor. The second carried nothing in his chest but spoke daily, "I am wealth, I am favored, I am rich." When they reached the city, the first lost his gold to thieves, and none offered him help, for his words had declared loss. The second, though empty-handed, was welcomed, given opportunities, and soon overflowed with riches, for his words had declared abundance. The difference was not the chest. The difference was the treasury of their words, the law of deposit. Every word you speak is a deposit. Say, "I am strong," and you deposit strength. Say, "I am weak," and you withdraw vitality. Say, "I am love," and you deposit connection. Say, "I am unloved," and you withdraw joy. The treasury is impartial. It records faithfully, deposit after deposit, withdrawal after withdrawal, until the sum of your life reflects the balance of your words. That is why you must be vigilant. Each word counts. Each "I am" either enriches or impoverishes you. Choose carefully what you place into your treasury, for the vault never lies. The multiplication of wealth. Here is the mystery. Deposits multiply. A single "I am abundant" may ripple outward, creating tenfold opportunities. A single "I am radiant" may return as years of health. A single "I am chosen" may yield doors that remain open for generations. The treasury is not stagnant. It grows, expands, multiplies, until your life is flooded with wealth. But the same is true of withdrawals. A single "I am unlucky" can echo into many setbacks. A single "I am poor" can multiply into countless struggles. The law is precise. The vault reflects what you give it. Sacred practice, filling the treasury. Sit in silence tonight. Imagine before you a great vault of light. Its doors stand open, waiting. Step inside and see shelves lined with jewels, coins, treasures, each glowing with the words you have spoken. Now place your hand upon your chest and speak aloud, "I am wealth." See golden coins raining into the vault, filling the shelves. "I am radiant." Watch jewels of light sparkle, illuminating the chamber. "I am chosen." See crowns of gold appear, resting upon pedestals, waiting for you to wear them. Each word you speak is a treasure placed in the vault. Repeat daily and watch the treasury overflow. The parable of the empty chest. A young man once complained, "I have nothing, my chest is empty, my life is barren." An elder replied, "Your chest is empty because your words are empty. Fill it, and it will overflow." The young man scoffed, but in desperation he tried. Each day he spoke aloud, "I am wealthy, I am favored, I am abundant." At first he saw nothing, but within his chest began to fill. Soon his life mirrored the vault. Opportunities arose, wealth flowed, and his chest grew heavy with treasures. This is not fable, this is law. Your chest, your treasury, your vault of words, it fills or empties according to your "I am." The law of guarding. Every treasury requires guards. Thieves of doubt, fear, and negativity are always waiting to steal your jewels. When you say, "I am unlucky," you open the door to thieves. When you say, "I am weak," you lower the gates. Guard your treasury with vigilance. Refuse to speak words that rob you. Refuse to declare lack, despair, or failure. Stand, watch over your vault, and allow only treasures to enter. The eternal treasury. Know this: the treasury of words does not die with you. The declarations you speak ripple outward, affecting generations. A parent who says, "I am poor," often passes poverty to their children. A parent who says, "I am wealthy," plants seeds of abundance for generations to come. Your treasury is eternal. It echoes beyond your life, shaping not only your destiny, but the destinies of those who follow. That is why your words matter more than you know. You are not only enriching yourself, you are enriching the lineage that flows from you. Sacred practice, guarding the vault. Throughout your day, imagine yourself as the keeper of a great vault. Each time you are tempted to say, "I am tired, I am unlucky, I am poor," picture thieves trying to enter. Do not let them in. Speak instead, "I am alive, I am favored, I am wealthy." Deposit treasures, not debts. At night, close your eyes and see your vault filled with light, glowing with treasures of your words. Whisper once more, "I am the keeper, I am wealthy, I am the treasury itself." So now you see, your words are not idle, they are wealth, they are jewels, they are the treasures of your soul. Every "I am" you speak is a deposit in the vault of reality. Guard them, choose them. Speak them with the authority of one who knows their power. Say it once more, not as hope but as decree. "I am wealthy, I am radiant, I am chosen. My treasury overflows with eternal abundance." The vault glows, the shelves fill, the world bows to reflect your wealth. Chapter 15. The Language of Creation. Every universe is spoken before it is seen. Every dawn is whispered before it breaks. Every destiny is declared before it manifests. The mystery is this: creation itself is a language, and the words you speak are not mere sounds, but frequencies that command the unseen. When you say, "I am," you are speaking in the same tongue that called galaxies into being. You are uttering the syllables of eternity. So many live as though their words are powerless, as though their declarations are idle. Yet all around them, their lives testify otherwise. Their poverty echoes the words they have sown. Their despair mirrors the phrases they repeat. Their struggles are not accidents, but the harvest of their language. But those who awaken know this truth. "I am" is not casual, it is sacred. To speak it is to paint upon the canvas of reality. To declare it is to sculpt the very matter of life. The first word. In the beginning there was the Word. Not sound as you know it, but vibration, resonance, the primal "I am." This word carried no hesitation, no doubt. It was pure certainty. From it, stars ignited, oceans swelled, and life breathed. And now, that same word rests upon your tongue. Each time you say "I am," you echo the beginning. You speak with the same power that birthed creation itself. The question is not whether your words create. The question is, what are you creating? The parable of the potter. A potter once sat at his wheel, shaping clay. Yet as his hands worked, he muttered, "I am clumsy, I am unskilled, I am foolish." And the clay collapsed, vessel after vessel. One day a wise woman visited and asked, "What words do you speak as you shape?" He replied, "I speak what I feel, that I am unworthy." The woman said, "Then your clay only mirrors your words. Speak instead who you desire to be." That night the potter tried. He placed clay upon the wheel and whispered, "I am skillful, I am guided, I am a master." His hands grew steady. The clay rose tall. Beautiful vessels emerged, one after another. The difference was not in his hands, it was in his language. The clay obeyed the words he spoke. So it is with your life. You are the potter. Your words are the hand shaping the clay of reality. The law of alignment. Understand this. Words are not magic spells in isolation. They carry power when they are aligned with belief, with feeling, with embodiment. If you say, I am wealthy, but in your heart you feel poor. The language collides with contradiction. The mirror reflects confusion. But if you speak and embody the word, if you say, I am wealthy, and feel it in your bones, see it in your imagination, breathe it as your identity, then the word ignites the unseen. The alignment of declaration and embodiment bends reality to its shape. This is why repetition matters. The more you speak, the more your heart aligns. The more you declare, the more your mind believes. The more you embody, the more the word becomes flesh. The sacred practice, speaking the language. Tonight, sit in silence. Place your hand upon your chest and feel the rhythm of your breath. Speak slowly, clearly, as though conversing with the infinite. I am abundance. Feel the vibration ripple outward, tuning your being to wealth. I am radiant. Sense the energy rise in your body, your cells aligning with light. I am chosen. Feel the certainty in your bones, as though the universe itself nods in acknowledgement. Do not rush. Speak each phrase as though it is the only word that matters. Imagine the vibrations carrying into the unseen, planting seeds in the soil of eternity. The parable of the two tongues. In an ancient land, there was a belief that each person carried two tongues, one of truth, one of despair. The tongue of truth said, I am strong, I am whole, I am favored. The tongue of despair said, I am weak, I am broken, I am cursed. Whichever tongue was used more often became stronger, while the other grew weak. Those who spoke mostly with the tongue of despair found their lives filled with shadows. Those who spoke with the tongue of truth found their paths filled with light. The elders taught, guard which tongue you use, for it will build your world. This is not superstition, it is law. Every day, you choose which tongue to speak with, the one that creates light or the one that multiplies shadows. The resonance of declarations. Words are vibrations. Vibrations attract their likeness. Declare, I am abundance, and you vibrate at the frequency of wealth, attracting wealth to you. Declare, I am unloved, and you vibrate at the frequency of loneliness, drawing more of it into your life. You may think words are small, but the universe does not measure their volume. It measures their vibration. A whisper of truth spoken with certainty carries more power than a shout of despair. This is why some speak quietly, I am chosen, and their entire life shifts, while others shout endlessly, I am poor, and their world remains barren. The resonance matters more than the sound. Sacred practice. The threefold declaration. Each morning, stand tall and speak 3 declarations aloud. I am abundance. I am radiant. I am chosen. Speak them once softly, letting the vibration settle within. Speak them again firmly, letting them echo in the room. Speak them a 3rd time boldly, as though proclaiming to the universe itself. This threefold practice engraves the declaration into mind, body, and spirit, aligning all parts of your being with the truth you speak. The eternal conversation. Know this: you are always speaking, even in silence. Your inner dialogue is as powerful as your outer words. If your thoughts are filled with, I am weak, I am failing, I am unlucky, your soul mirrors them and life reflects them. That is why mastery of language is mastery of creation. You must not only speak outwardly with authority, you must think inwardly with certainty. Train your inner conversation until it sings with truth. I am wealth. I am love. I am eternal. This is the eternal conversation between you and the infinite. Every thought is heard. Every word is answered. So now you see, Creation is not distant. It is not reserved for gods or mystics. Creation is the language you carry upon your tongue. Each I am is a syllable of eternity, a brushstroke upon the canvas of reality. Guard your language, align your declarations, speak with certainty, for when you say I am, you are not describing yourself, you are creating yourself. Say it once more, not as hope, but as decree. I am the word, I am the language, I am the voice of creation itself. The sound echoes, the vibration ripples, the world obeys. Conclusion. The eternal I am. You have walked through temples of light, rivers of abundance, mirrors of the soul, and thrones of sovereignty. At every step, one truth has whispered through the corridors, the power of I am. 2 words, yet they carry galaxies within them. 2 syllables, yet they hold eternity in their breath. With them you rise. With them you fall. With them you open gates, plant gardens, fill treasuries, and crown yourself sovereign. Now, as we close this journey, remember, you are never powerless, you are never voiceless, you are never without choice. Each day, each moment, you stand before the universe and declare who you are. The world listens, the unseen obeys, the visible bends. Do not wait for permission, do not linger in doubt. Sit upon your throne, guard your treasury, polish your mirror, speak your decree. And know that when you say, I am, you are not begging, not wishing, not hoping, you are commanding. Let your final whisper in this sacred journey rise like fire. I am abundant, I am radiant, I am chosen, I am eternal. Carry this declaration into your days and nights. Let it echo through your thoughts, your words, your breath. For the greatest law has always been this: what you declare after I am is what you shall live. The flame is lit, the mirror shines, the garden blooms, the throne is yours. And the universe, faithful as ever, awaits your next word. If these words awakened something within you, if they reminded you of the fire you've always carried, then let your journey continue beyond this moment. Like this video, so others may find the same light. Share a comment below, declaring your own I am. Let the world see your decree. Subscribe to walk with us through more sacred teachings, more journeys into the unseen, more awakenings of the eternal truth. This circle of light is not complete without you. Step forward, speak your name, and let the gates of abundance open wide. End of I Am, the audiobook.